We're on our way to South Tyrol and marvel at the back of the Zugspitze on our drive through the Inn Valley. It's Sunday morning, and Brixen is quiet. The houses on the edge of the old town have a strong Austrian influence. A residential building with an onion-shaped tower is a real rarity. A monastery lies just outside the old town gates. The court garden is a Renaissance garden built in 1570 next to the bishop's court and the medieval city walls. This garden attracts attention with all kinds of art objects. The entrance gate to the Cathedral Canon's house is also very ornately wrought. The Easter lamb on the Millennium Column is the coat of arms of the diocese. The column, built in 1909, also marks the secular transition into the modern millennium. The Cathedral Square in Brixen is quite large for a medieval town. As the city's ruler, the bishop was always concerned that the square would not be built upon, so as not to obscure the view of the cathedral and the adjacent bishop's palace. The so-called Fountain of Life was only installed in 1998. The interior of the Baroque cathedral is impressive. The diverse colors of the marble columns give the basilica a special radiance. Each of the 9 side altars, as well as the gilded pulpit, is a special feature. The ceiling frescoes consist of large-scale paintings dedicated to Saint Canon as a teacher and messenger of faith. The high altar is one of the most important Baroque altars in Tyrol and depicts the death of the Virgin Mary. We leave the cathedral and immediately enter the old cemetery from 1792 through the next gate. In the background stands the parish church of St. Michael the Archangel, first mentioned around 1000. At the rear of the parish church stands the mighty so-called White Tower, at the foot of which is the Michael Fountain. Unfortunately, the Speck market is closed today, but we discover a shop that also sells the famous South Tyrolean Speck. And before buying, we were actually able to sample the different varieties. Through the Michael Gate, we reach the Eisack River, which originates at the Brenner Pass. From the bridge, we can see the still partially snow-covered mountains of the Hochweiler.
Wunderschöner Blick.
On the way back, behind the Michael's Tor, Michael Gate, we notice the facade of the old 16th century patrician house. Directly across the street, an open bakery catches our eye, offering Vinschgau rolls with Speck.
Genau.
We have to grab it.
Nun ist die Gegend bekannt für Speck und Vinschgauer. Und das müssen wir mal probieren. Und schmecken tut das in der Sonne umso besser.
After basking in the sun on the Cathedral Square, we leave the old town through the so-called Sun Gate, the city's most important gate, heading south. Then it's back to the motorhome, because we want to get to Bolzano today.